right, so here we go on level 2. These are going to be the exact same notes as we did on level 1, except we're going to add in the rhythms, which includes the note types and all the ties that we were talking about. So what we got to watch out for is these swoopy lines right here that we talked about before, how that leads to beat 3. But if you're going to play level 2 for the first time, you probably want to go to learnpianolive.com/level2 so we can explain some of this stuff. But the big things are the things with bars and flags on them are going to be really fast notes. And anytime there's one of these swoopy lines right here, it just means that those two notes are tied together as one note. So you're just going to play one E right there every time we have a tie. And in this song, there are a lot of ties. So these two notes get tied together as one single D. Other than that, I think it's all stuff that you would probably learn in Clapple Academy level 1 and 2. So a lot of you guys are going to know this stuff already. You do have to watch out for these last G's here. These are super, super low. We usually don't see this many ledger lines on a note, but there are 2 ledger lines that lead to this G right here. So really, really low note there. But you already knew that if you were working on level 1. So let's try this all together. If you're on level 1, just play your version along with us. If you're on level 2, you're actually playing the exact same notes. It just looks more terrifying. So get ready on that C, and let's all try this together, saying the words out loud as we go. Ready, set, go. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then up on that G. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then down to that low G. A wee, e, 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 a wee bump, bump away. And then one more time, the same thing. A wee, e, 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 a wee bump, bump away. So that's kind of fast, but that's about the same speed as your first level on the track, at the beginning of the track. So probably need to get it up to about that speed before you're ready for the track. But as always, don't try to play through the entire song. Just work on the section that you know, even if that's just one note. Even if you only have the first note or 2 down, just work on the section that you already know and try to add one note to it. So just try to get to that E. Don't try to get to the end of the song. So let's try this thing one more time, and then just get the notes that you can, and really don't worry about the rest. We're gonna start on this C. Ready, set, go. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then up to the G. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then down to this G. A wee, e, 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 a wee bump, bump away. And then a wee, e, 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 a wee bump, bump away. That's all the notes for level 2, and if you can already do that, then you should probably try to do that all with one hand so you're ready to add in the left hand like we would in level 3.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
Okay, now like we talked about in the secret information, the left hand is just going to be the same 4 notes over and over. It's going to go from a C to an F to a C to a G. That's the whole entire song. C to F to C to G. Now, that's pretty easy to do for a left hand part, but of course the difficult part on level 3 is lining those up with the right notes in the right hand. So the C, so that this one's actually gonna be pretty easy here. We're gonna line up the C with the C for the word in. So we'd play in the jungle, the, and then right on might is where that F comes in. So we would play in the jungle, the mighty jungle. And then right here, the lie. Right on lie is where that left hand is going to play that C down there really low. Lion sleeps. And then this one's kind of tricky because we're actually going to play night right here. It ties over, and during that tie, that's when that G comes in. So we'd play tonight. Tonight. So night comes in before G. If you want to, you could just line that up with the word night. Tonight. It's not technically right, but this thing is kind of difficult. So especially if this is your first time on level 3, then you might want to just line those up tonight instead of trying to go tonight. All right, and then I think you could probably figure out the rest of these. That C is going to be within, that one's going to be might, that's lie, and that's right after night on that tied over note, just like we had before. And then we, this one's on the one that's tied over, and then this one is on we, and then this one is right on that tied over one, just like we had before. So there's 2 of them that land on notes in the right hand for the third line, and then there's 2 of them that land on the tied over part. So again, on the tied over part, if you want to play that with the wrong note, that's okay. Let's try this together though. If you're on level 1 or 2, just play this part up here. You don't even have to play it all with your right hand, but I'm going to play this right here with my right hand, and I'm going to try to add in this left hand part. It would sound something like this. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then up to that G in the right hand. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. And then a wee bum bum away. And then one more time. A wee bum bum away. So if you're paying attention to just the left hand, then you notice I was just playing the C to the F to the C to the G, and the tricky part, of course, is lining those up. Let me show you that second section one more time before we check out level 4. So the tricky part on this are those ones that are tied over. So if we go a wee, that's not too bad. And then right here, we're gonna play that G again, and as it's tied over, that's when that F comes in down there. So we're gonna play G, and then the left hand moves to F. And then on this part, wee, that's that C, bum bum, and then the same is gonna be the same thing again, way, and that G comes in after that. So that's gonna probably be the trickiest part of the song, is that second half if you're adding in that much of the left hand. And if you can already do that and you feel bored, that means you're ready for level 4. Let's go.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
So this is kind of terrifying because there's a lot more notes on here, and then there's also the chords. So let's talk about the extra notes first. Before you get too terrified, notice that the beginning note on each of these measures is the same as it was on level 3. So that's a C, that's an F, that's a C, that's a G, and that's going to repeat every single line. So it's still C to F to C to G. The only tricky part is these notes right here are the ones that connect the C to the F. These ones connect the F to the C. These ones connect the C to the G, and then these connect that G back around to that C again, and it all starts over again. So the left hand, again, looking for left hand patterns, would go something like this. C, connect, connect, F, connect, connect, C, connect, connect, G, connect, connect, and then we're back to the C. So all those other notes, I'll show you what those are, but they're just connecting notes to still go from C to F to C to G. Let's try that again. C, we're gonna skip up, and then skip up, and then F. And then walk down, and then walk down, and then C. And then walk down, and then walk down, and then G. And then skip up, and then skip up. And then we start all over again. So there's 2 of them that are skip ups. These are both skip ups, that one and that one. You go from your note and you skip and you skip. The others are walk downs, where you just go to the next note down and the next note down. So both of those are walk downs, and the circled ones are skips. So if we try that with the right hand, yikes. If you're on level 1 or level 2, just play the melody. If you're on level 3, you might want to try to get in some of these notes here, the C and the F and the C and the G. Or you might even want to try to add in one of these, like just do the first skip up and play all the rest just as level 3 would. But that would sound something like this. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. A wee and and then you just repeat all that again. So you can see this thing right here, that's just gonna loop over and over. And then you can, of course, add in the chord tones, which if you go to learnpianolive.com/level4, we'll explain what chord tones are and stuff. But that's extra stuff you can throw in the right hand based on these chords and the chart that you have on the next page. The C and the F and the C and the G, those chords, the C chord, the F chord, the C chord, and the G chord would be additional notes you could add in to make it sound something like this. That would take some practice. I need to practice on that first part too. So you can add in chord tones from level 4 or just follow what's written there. But that's a whole lot of notes. That's a whole lot of chords. That's kind of like 2 songs in one. So I think until next time, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you all for joining us. Kendra, do we have a chat winner? Jones Band, way to go. You'll get the points for that. And until next time, explore, mess up, have fun. Hey, great, you're still here, so you must want more. Well, I've got 4 things for you: archives, practice tips, points, and jokes. First of all, if you didn't like this week's song, I'm sorry, and you can always go to learnpianolive.com/next song and vote for what our next song should be. And right now you can go to the Kids Lesson Archives and just pick a different song and work on that this week. Now you probably don't have the whole song down yet, so what you can do is, this helps a lot of people, just next time pretend that you're the in-studio student and that in level 3 and level 5 we're gonna be checking in with you and you've gotta play at least some of the songs. I find that my students that come in and they're the in-studio students, they actually learn the songs way faster than they learn their regular songs I give them in their regular lessons. So if you just pretend that you're the in-studio student and that someone's gonna be watching you, then that might help a lot. Also, you have the practice log that you can send in for extra points, and that can help you practice. And there's the daily challenge where you get extra points for logging your practice time there as well. Just click on daily challenge and it will play a video that doesn't have any sound really. You just practice, and then every now and then you'll hear a sound like this.
The number 7.
And then once you collect all of the letters and numbers, then you just put them in and you submit that, and you get points for doing that, and you get better because in between all those letters and numbers, you're practicing your song from the week. Of course, once you know the song, then definitely record yourself on your mom's cell phone or on your tablet or on whatever, and use the video submission button, and so you can send us your video that way and get points for that as well. You might even become the featured video for the week. All right, so let's move on to points. Here's the different ways you can get points. You can get up to 50 points just for participating in the chat in the live lesson. You get 300 points on top of that if you are the person in the chat room that week who makes the most helpful comments during the chat. That daily music challenge thing that I told you about, every day when you click on that and you submit the secret code, 150 points just for doing that. Every song comes with a practice log, and if you fill that out and have your parents sign it and you send that in, that's worth 300 points right there. Each week on Facebook and in the email that we send you, we give you a new weekly activity. It's just a fun little maze or puzzle or something to do. It doesn't really have much to do with music, but it does have something to do with that week's song, and it has something to do with getting you 150 points. Then if you click on survey at the end of the lesson and you fill that out and give us some feedback about the song, then we've given out up to 500 points before for great comments and feedback in the survey. Of course, submit your videos of you playing. Almost every video that gets submitted earns at least 200 points, even if it's not perfect. I guess work on it a little bit, but I'm just saying it doesn't have to be perfect. Here's another one. every single month at learnpianolive.com/contest. We have a contest and usually give out at least 400 points, and oftentimes there are other gift cards and other prizes included in that contest. Okay, now we're getting into some big numbers. If you ever go to a concert that is classical music or it's classic jazz, which means like swing and bebop and stuff like that, you can ask your parents if it's a classic jazz concert. Then you get 500 points just by having your parents let us know what concert you attended. Now I keep asking you to send us your videos, and almost always you get points right up front for submitting those videos. Don't forget to put the legal disclaimer on your video. You have to say at the beginning, this is for use at kidlearnpianolive.com. But here's an additional way to pick up 750 points. If later on, a month down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, if one of the videos that you submit to us ever gets 1,000 views, send us the link to your video. We will give you 750 points. Okay, but is there anything that I could do that's worth thousands of points? Yes, there is. If you're in Klopple Academy, every time you go from level 1 to level 2, or level 2 to level 3, every single time you level up, you get 3,000 points. And that's not even the biggest one. You get 5,000 points every single time someone signs up for kidslearnpianolive.com and they say that you are the one who sent it here. Okay, last thing before I say goodbye, for real. I told you that I would tell you my favorite joke, and here it is. A butcher backs up into his meat grinder and gets a little behind in his work. Gets a little behind in his work because he's a butcher. It's funny. Trust me. It's awesome. If you didn't think it was funny, that's fine. But go to learnpianolive.com/jokes and you can see some of our students' favorite jokes and you can submit your own. I think that's finally it. I will see you in another live lesson. Love ya. Good luck. Have fun.